Test, 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 test. Test 1 2 1 2.
I fucked your wife. I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. For real. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on me water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I bought a house with no neighbors. Don't need no one. My mail on my paper. What? I'm off the weed in the Henny. What? VSOP for my Remy. What? My windows, they gotta stay tinted, cause I like to hide off from all of my women. What? Yellow bitch, she from Seattle. For real. Got kickin', she thick with that batter. My sweet tooth be craving her green.
Bracelet Crystal in the building.
I was just about to say, how work this thing? OG, triple OG.
What's happening?
Man, I miss y'all, man. Oh, oh my goodness.
What you been doing, TC?
I've been in the house. I've been in the house social distancing,
Practicing social distance.
practicing social distancing, for
Damn.
real. Because one of my, actually found out one of my cousins in Louisiana got the virus.
New Orleans is like
Yeah, it's going crazy out
it's
there.
going crazy down there. They don't want to stay in the house. Yeah, they just had a second. Didn't I see a second line for the virus or something?
I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised. Look, I don't even know, G, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
What you been up to, man? What y'all been doing?
man, getting ready to release some songs. We've been online teaching, and that's pretty much it, man. Trying to
Man, I feel retarded with that.
social distancing, sheltering in
I,
place going on.
right. I seen this email. I say, oh yes, I definitely need to be in this workshop. You feel me?
Man,
Definitely
I was
need to
wondering
be
if
in here.
they had sent the email.
Yeah, they sent the email, but they didn't send anything through Classroom or nothing like that. They just sent the email.
Oh, okay,
So hopefully, motherfuckers looked at their emails.
right.
Shit. Oh, somebody joined.
Josh Ramirez. Who's in
Why
there?
is asking me to deny entry? Uh,
Let's be admitting him. Oh, what happened?
I said it. I said admit. There it is.
What's up, Josh?
What's up?
Chilling.
How did it?
Man,
It's good.
what's happening?
How's it going?
Man,
Got me
Nagaris
this.
Duka told me y'all was mixing that beat phase for me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Man, say, man. All I did was send him a hook. I was like, oh, I need to get this cold. I need to get this cold with this beat making shit. Because he took that hook, and I kid you not, like an hour later, he was like, well, tell me if you like this. And he sent me like the little, you know what I'm saying, the little demo
Yeah,
version. I was like, oh, yeah.
that's tight.
I'm definitely thinking about failing for real now. Just like look,
That's
it might not be accidental. I mean intentional shit. It might be accidental.
hard. That's all right. Welcome everybody. We're gonna get this thing started in a couple more minutes. We got a session up. We're gonna run through some mixing. Right here, you see, it's pretty simple. We got two verses, three hooks, and we got a two track. Which essentially we're gonna bring in the stems once we get started, and we're gonna build this beat, and I'm gonna show y'all how to, drip some sauce on this stuff, man. Really put it together. So we'll get started. We'll let some more people kind of fall into the mix.
Man, I feel like I'm missing all the sauce.
Bro, you got the sauce, man. Quick, quick keys. You are so ahead of the game. You're ready.
Man, don't be hyping me up, nigga. Nah, but for real though, I really need to be back in the. I need to be back in the studio. This is saddening.
And I don't know what mix game at, but recording, you ready?
My mix game is not on my recording game level. I ain't
Wow.
gonna even lie to you, OG. I ain't gonna even lie to you, cause it's like I'm learning mixing from a distance. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's different.
All right. Well, hopefully, we can go through some tips in this that'll kind of solidify some things, give you
I know
some
you finna
process,
bless the game.
and then see what I can do. All right, it's 2 o'clock. Welcome to Mixing Workshop. Um, you know, Shout out to everybody that's on. Really grateful to see everybody. Um, we got a shelter in place. So we're doing this workshop, via a hybrid learning situation, which is totally cool with me. As long as you guys get to see the screen, you get to see the process. I really wish the audio quality was a little bit better to give y'all a pure sense of, what the mix and stuff should sound like overall. I'm going to place the video. The video will be available online as well, but I'm going to put the song in online so you can hear the final result once we get through. So far, we got a song called Beignets, and the song is from P Black. He's a student here at MediaTech Institute. They've been um, telling me to mix this record for some time now, so I feel like this would be a great opportunity for me to go through. The song isn't that difficult. It's P Black and Topic OD on it. P Black got the first verse, Topic got the second verse, and we got some hooks in between. And so Chirac made the beat, and we got an ad lib track on here. So just a basic setup of what's going on. Music is being routed to the mix bus. I got this mix bus down here. It looked like a microfader, but it's actually a mix bus. So everything is being routed mix bus, and then all of these blue are routed to the vocal bus. And then my vocal bus is being routed to the mix bus. but then I'm side chaining some reverb and delay. And we're going to utilize this stuff. We might use it, we might not. What I'm going to do first is clean up these tracks. I'm just going to hide them. I'm not going to make them hide and make it active to get rid of these things. So real simple thing, real simple setup right now. We got some vocals going into it. All right. Now we need to truly mix this record, right? We really need the stems to this record. So I have the stems, and we're just gonna go importing information into our session. So this will be
Nagaris, is that your thing that's static, or is that somebody else's?
um
I thought it was his.
Oh, well, shit.
is it like
Let me mute
horrible?
mine. Yeah, it's like hard static on my end. Is it just me? Because it might be me.
I don't hear anything.
Okay, well, let me hang up and come back. Hold on.
Make sure these dudes are set. I got all kind of tools over here. Testing. All right, what about is the music coming through?
Ballin', I feel like a lake of VS on me water. I
Yep.
look like a
Yeah, I can hear it.
All right. Welcome, Mr. Allen. All right. So we got a basic setup right here. It's not when I record vocals, when we track it, I don't do a lot of stacks. There's no need to record a lot of layers when you're dealing with hip hop. I know you like some people like to record, overdubs and all this other stuff. Those things are really not necessary. If you was to do an overdubs, you could put overdubs on the hook, but you really don't just put a whole bunch of layers on verses and doing all these overdubs and then hypes and then ad libs and then another layer of ad libs. Like that's a lot. And all you're doing is really destroying the main vocal when you apply all those different things. So you can see with this session, you got music, you got the green ones, which is the hook, and then you got a verse,
Your
and then you got
screen
another
is
verse.
kind of. I can't see your screen.
You can't see this screen?
No, it just shows your icon.
You might have to click on the one that's actually the screen.
How do you?
Because it's Nagaris on there twice. One of them is his face and one is the screen here.
Yeah.
I may have to hang up and call back. I don't know.
That's what I had to do.
Sharing.
City loving the way, loving the
It's working
way,
now.
loving the way.
Okay. All right. So this setup is pretty simple. 2 verses and hook. Ad lib track. And we're gonna get this thing started. First thing is you really can't truly mix a record without some sort of breakdown between like drums and instruments or the actual instrument being broke down into its individual parts. No matter how good the producer is, we're dealing with
Yeah, I can see the video now, but I can't hear you.
I don't think he's saying nothing.
All right. So we got our track outs. We got each individual sound coming through. And some of these things, especially when you're dealing with FL Studio, um, you get stereo files. So first thing that you want to make sure is, are those sounds really stereo sounds? So if they're not stereo sounds, we want to get rid of one side and place it in the center and keep everything that's stereo a true stereo file. So right off the bat, for one thing, I do not need this current. When you're dealing with FL Studio and producers track out things, they get a current. They also get a master. We want these are consolidation channels. These are consolidation files, kind of like a stereo 2 track. You can see it kind of lines up. So we want to get rid of those. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on my nameplate, right click, and choose hide and make inactive. I don't want that, and then I don't want the master as well. So I'm gonna hide and make it inactive. I'm gonna mute the original that we have.
Hey man. Oh, okay. I spent the million in 10 ways.
All right, so we're gonna go through and we're gonna break these. We're gonna break the tracks down. So what I'm doing is Option Shift Scroll Wheel to enlarge my waveform. I'm not turning it up. I'm just making the waveforms bigger so I can see what they are. All right, so we're gonna go through, and if they are the same on both sides, then we're going to get rid of one side because that means they're mono. So like right here, this is a stereo file. And that's really low. Yep. So Option Shift Wheel with your mouth makes them larger. So we're gonna keep that one stereo, and this sounds like it's a piano. So this is piano verb. Then right here we got another sound. Looks like a kick drum, but this is the same sound. So we're going to split this into mono. So to do that, you're gonna right click. And then we're gonna get rid of one side. So clicking this one, holding shift, click this one, right click, hide and make it inactive, or you can delete. I just like to hide and make it inactive. And then we're centering this. So now we have this one sound. All right, and we're just gonna go through this and do that to all of the tracks that are mono sounds. So mono sounds, we're gonna go ahead and put them into create a mono track for them. If they're stereo, we're gonna keep it. This looks like it's a tag. So this could be mono as well. I'm gonna go ahead and name these. So this is kick. Split into mono. Get rid of one side. This will be a tag. So we see we had the reverb kind of ducked down. This is the actual reverb dry signal. I mean the piano dry. So again, we can look at the waveforms and tell that it's different. So we want to keep this in stereo. And it'll be piano dry. So this right here is the tag, reverb, and delay that he put on there. So we could keep this in stereo if you want. So this is tag, verb, delay. Got more piano. I don't know why so many different piano tracks. All right, so this is a clap. This can be split. It's the same. So these are hi-hats. Split those. All right, 808. My kick drum. So this is another layer of kick. All right, so now we got our music. Pretty simple concept for the music. All right, so next is we need to create a consolidation channel for this music. So everything is routed into subgroups. So we have the music broke down into different sections, but what we want to do is these subgroups so we can apply different processes to one channel and it can affect all of the different sounds together. So to do that, we're going to create a instrument bus. So I'm going to click on all of the new instruments that we just extended. I'm going to hold Option Shift, go to my output selector, choose new track. And this is going to be instrument bus. It creates my instrument bus for me, routes it. So now you can notice all of these are going to an instrument bus Here's the instrument bus. We're gonna solo safe it. And then this is gonna be routed to my mix bus. So if I wanted to mute the track, I can mute it in one spot versus trying to mute each individual track. I now have one place where I can mute my instruments. All right, let's color code these. So I like to use colors to differentiate different tracks. So I'm just gonna go ahead and color code these with a certain color. The color doesn't matter. I just wanted something different. And let's go ahead and do these clips as well. Contrast. So I got my instrument tracks, one color, and then my vocals and stuff like that is a different track color. I'm going to go ahead and put the hook as another color. And then the verses could be another color. And then ad-libs could be something totally different. So just by using colors, I'm able to differentiate different sections of the song solely by using colors. You know what I mean? So let's get down to the nitty gritty. This is what we all been. We got this stuff together. We are ready to start processing this information. So I'm gonna switch over to my mix window and I'm gonna just rearrange these things based on how I like to see them. I like everything, the drums on one side. So I'm gonna take all my kick drum tracks. I like go kick there. Just like if I was doing a live instruments, put the 808 down here, 808 kick, snare, hi-hat, tag will go down here, tag delay at the bottom. And then we got piano. So we'll go piano, then piano dry, and then piano verb, and then tag. So actually, you know, we don't have a whole lot. It's really a piano and then some 808 that's kind of serving as a bass line. So we're just gonna get this party started. So for me, I like to group them all together. So shortcut, if you got your paper handy, you're gonna highlight everything and then you're gonna do a Command G to bring up your create group. And it's gonna be instrument. So now I got a group. If I pull one of these down, they all pull down. I want to go ahead and I group them together. I pull them all down because we are building this thing around the vocal. So we're going to build this thing. All right. Over here, my options. If I do pre-fader metering, right now I have it on post-fader metering. In options, post-fader. If I go pre-fader, I'm going to be able to see my actual audio in the view. So now you can see, I can tell which things are playing.
I spent a million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife for your 10 days. I sit back and I eat Bengay. She taught me because she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent a million in 10 ways.
All right, so we got our hook going. I'm just going to go ahead and just
I spent a million in 10 ways.
Had it on a loop.
I spent a million in 10 ways. I fucked up.
So we can see everything that's actually playing. Notice I got my volume all the way down here, but you can still see everything in my meter. That is post fader metering. I mean, this is pre-fader metering. If I go to post-fader metering, if I switch this over and uncheck pre-fader metering, when I play it, I'm not seeing the information because it is true to my volume of what I have. So it's whatever is coming out of the actual meter is different.
All in my bag, all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched.
If I turn this down,
I fucked your wife in 10 days.
then it gets turned down. My actual metering on
Because she got a big brain. Because I want the
totally different on how you are viewing your meters. Because mixing is definitely you're gonna need to know how close you are to zero on your meters. So gain structure is so important to mixing, and so you can change how you viewing these things. If you want to see it pre-fader, have these all the way down. It's telling you what is playing and the recorded level. So whenever it was recorded, this is how loud it was. This is pre-fader when pre-fader has a checkbox. So as you record it, this is the levels of how everything was. Post-fader is what is the current level right now. And so right now we have
I spent the million in 10 ways.
Because if we was at post-fader, we wouldn't get information on this because we have all of these turned down.
I spent the million in 10 ways.
But it's cool for me to see this, so when I get to mixing, I can know these tracks got audio at this time. Even though I'm not hearing them, I can still see the audio information embedded in those tracks. So I'm just gonna keep it in pre-fader just so I can see these different things, and then I'm gonna switch it over to post later.
I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked her wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat Bengay. She taught me because she got a big brain.
All right, so everything is flowing. We got our instrument bus right here. At this box is our hook. The hook is being sent to this box track. And we're going to build everything right here on this box bus.
I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days.
All right, so going through, the first thing that you want to kind of do is a de-esser. As you get the mixing and as you understand, there's always a process. So it's up to you on how you want to do your process. Once you understand how things go, it's totally in your lane. It's totally up to you on your process on how you want to mix. For me, I like to start with the DS. I like to start with de-essing the vocal just to get rid of the top end, the top of the high end. The reason I do that is because once you start adding compressor, it's gonna boost it back up. So for me, I like to do minus or negative processing. So taking away stuff that I don't like is the first thing that I like to do. So you can totally steal my process, or you can totally, see what I do and create your own. It's really up to you on establishing your own flow when mixing. So for me, it's the vocal. I like to start with the vocal because the vocal is the centerpiece, right? So we all want to, for me, in the mind's eye, when I'm listening to the record, I need the mind to focus on the vocal. As an artist, that's what the artist wants. The artist doesn't want, even though the music could be an amazing soundtrack, the artists still want to have the focus. Like the artists want to be able for somebody to hear those bars or hear, awesome singing or whatever. So the vocal is still the main piece for me. If you are a producer and you're trying to mix, this is the hardest part to get over, is not letting the beat outshine the vocal. You let the beat outshine, the artist is there and is trying to he's looking to buy the music. That's when the beat should be amazing. After they purchase the beat, the artist wants the music to just accompany their vocal. So unless you're working with solo instrumental or whatever, the music shouldn't be the main focus. The music should still jam. The music should have different attributes that affect the listener. A certain instrument shouldn't pull the listener mind's eye to that particular instrument. For instance, we have a piano. When the vocalist is rapping, we still should be focused on what the vocalist is saying. Even though we can hear the piano and feel the rhythm of the piano, it should not take our mind to the piano. unless we intentionally focus on the piano. The user or the listener should be like, oh, let me listen to this piano right quick. That's it's an intentional thing for them to the piano. Otherwise, the piano is heard, the piano is understood in the brain, but it's not focused. But when the mind eye shift to it, we wanted it so clear though. But when the mind eye shift to it, it comes into focus, and it's like, you know, a focus lens where we can focus in on it. So we're starting with the hook, the vocal.
I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife for your 10 days.
And I'm just
sit
gonna
back and I eat bengay.
I'm gonna mute my mic as I go through this, so I don't get like feedback or something in the microphone on my mic per se. So as we go through this, so again, the processes is gonna be de-esser as a reductive thing, and then a EQ as a reductive thing, and then we're gonna add compression to kind of give the high end. Every time you add just the science behind it, every time you add a compressor, you're boosting the highs. It's going to automatically boost the highs somewhat. So I'm doing a minus and a minus on the high end. So when I add the compression, I get positive, and then I'm back to like a normal state on the high end with a more controlled vocal. So math is so key in mixing. If you don't know how to add and subtract, oh man, I feel sorry for you. But if you know how to do basic addition, basic subtraction, you're going to be great at mixing, because that's all it is. It's just basically pluses and minus. You either go a step further when we're looking at polarity and the science behind things. The polarity, when things come together, they get louder. That's a plus. When things are out of phase, it's a minus, and they cancel out each other. And so it's literally pluses and minus, parallel processing and series processes to essentially make this thing work. So we're going to be some electricians right now. Let's process.
I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife for your 10 days. I sit back and I eat bengay. She taught me because she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a...
I'm going to give y'all a gem. All right. For me, here's a secret weapon. Take your master fader. All right. I'm going to add a master fader to this. So I have a mix bus, but I want to add a master fader, right? Because this is what I call mixing training wheels, right? This is mixing training wheels. We want things loud, but I don't want them too loud. Like I want to turn it up here, right? I can turn it up on my own. I can turn my speakers up or whatever and get more loudness. You don't necessarily want to start pushing up your actual faders in your session to get things. If all of your sounds is at 0 or is peaking, you're doing the wrong thing. So you can cheat your speakers by adding a master fader. And this is just training wheels. Essentially, you'll be able to reach your meters and give you that headroom. So this is how to obtain a false sense of headroom. You're getting rid of the headroom that you already have. So if I play this,
I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife for your 10 days. I sit back and I eat bengay. She taught me because she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need powder, man. I need some blunts. All of my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent the million in 10 ways.
All right, so I just boosted that up on the master fader. All right, I'm giving it more gain because I want to turn it down, essentially. So I'm gonna bring my vocal track down. Notice I went from 0. I'm bringing it down.
I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife for your 10 days. I sit back and I eat bengay. Taught me because she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife for your 10 days. I sit back and I eat bengay. She taught me because she got a big brain.
Now, if I was to reset my master fader back to 0, watch how soft this get.
I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife for your 10 days. I sit back and I eat bengay. She taught me because she got a big brain.
So I'm just boosting this dB, essentially just to get rid of some headroom, to give myself a safety range of decibels. This is mixing with training wheels. So I got my vocal. I brought it down -13. So essentially my volume is really low, but I'm listening to it at a normal thing. So it's like a minus to give it a plus. just so I can balance it out. And I can do processing and I can cut up my monitor and it can sound loud to me. Yeah, so bringing those to zero is just holding option, clicking on the monitor to reset.
I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat Bengay. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the napkin and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. Million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent the million in 10 ways. I wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. Million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me that she got a big brain. I want the napkin and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. And I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much.
So with these two processes, I'm getting rid of the high end. I'm turning this stuff down. I'm getting rid of the high end. The part in it is what I want to get rid of. I want to get rid of some of those because as soon as I add a compressor, it's going to give me those things back. So I'm doing a reduction. If I was to keep them and I add a compressor, then they're going to be too loud. So again, I'm doing reduction, just so I can get the addition back. Same way how I'm doing over here with my master fader, and then I'm reducing over here. So reducing over here to bring this up. That way, when I'm mixing, I can turn up my volume on the console or your interface. You can turn it up loud, and it's going to seem loud in your headphones, but you're not peaking. That's the whole point about it, is I want to be able to listen loud, but I don't want it to peak. I want to give stuff enough headroom to where, you know, I'm mixing and I'm cool with my volumes. It's once it sounds good to me, I can reset my master fader, and then I'm mixed that with so much headroom, then I can really attack the loudness the way I want to with more volume in different instruments. So here,
I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the.
All right, before I add this compressor, if I put a compressor on this thing and I start bringing my threshold down, those breaths in between is going to be crazy loud. So I want to go ahead and cut those down.
I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat big touch. I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't touch. I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She tell me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much.
All right, so what I'm doing is highlighting, and this time I'm doing Control Shift scroll wheel. So I'm highlighting the breath, and then I'm doing Control Shift scroll wheel to just turn it down. Clip gaining it down. So Control Shift scroll wheel.
I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets.
All right, so now we're gonna add some compression.
I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She tell me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked you in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She tell me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much.
We're adding a compressor. I like to use the channel strip to apply a compression. I don't want to go too far into compression and how it works. I will give a brief overview of what it is. So using a compressor. A lot of people put compressor on things all the time. You know what I mean? A compressor is a minus button. It is a minus knob. It is making it really hard to make something, to get something loud. So using a compressor, when you're using a compressor, you are doing a reductive process. You are taking the peak, the things that are loud in the mix, and you are bringing them down. You are pulling them down so they don't get as loud. It makes something really hard to get loud. All right. So my threshold is, when do I want this thing to work? If my sound never reached my threshold, the compressor never kicks in. All right. It's just a tool to be a really fast volume knob to turn stuff down, and then we don't want it to stay down per se. So if you think of an easy way for you to know what a really slow compressor is the human sitting in front of the TV. It goes on a commercial. The commercial is really loud. The human takes the remote control and pulls the volume down, turns the volume down on the TV. Then once it gets to the television show and is back to his show, the volume is too low. The human takes the remote control and turns it back up. Now imagine that process happening over and over again really fast. That essentially is what a compressor does. It takes the loud things and it pulls it down. And then it resets it once it gets to a soft thing. It lets it breathe. It turns it back up. It don't necessarily turn it up. It just doesn't affect it. So things that are loud get turned down. Things that are soft doesn't get touched. And our threshold point of when do we want this thing to happen? When do we want this reduction phase to actually kick in? And this is what we got. So you'll see this red ball. That is the actual.
I sit back and I eat beignets. She tell me because she got a big brain.
This orange line. This orange line is my threshold. All right, this is my X threshold. I don't even want this here. I'm just so we can get rid of that line. So I only want a compressor and limit. I don't want a gate.
I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets.
So I need to bring my threshold down. You can see that the red ball never reaches the orange line.
I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She tell me because she got a big brain.
So there's no gain reduction. Therefore, my compressor never kicked on. It never activated because the red ball never hit the orange line. So as I move this down, and you'll notice my threshold knob moves down. So as I'm moving this threshold line down, you will see that this red ball then hits the orange line, and that's when the compression actually start working and start reducing the signal, right?
In that second, I need a beverage and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched.
So you're gonna see this dB right here. This dB is gonna start pulling down as it goes across this threshold. And your attack and release is gonna establish how fast does it once it cross this actual orange line. Once this red ball hits this orange line, how fast does it follow this line right here? This line is actually my ratio. So this ratio is a reductive thing. Like, how fast does it get soft? How fast is it gonna attack? I got a knee, so it's gonna make this curve. So once I bring this in, we got Ms. Rhonda on the line. Ms. Rhonda, do you want to say something?
No, I just want to say, hey, everyone, I missed you. I can't wait to see you back on campus.
Amazing. That's our campus director, everyone, Ms. Rhonda Evans. She's amazing. One of the greatest leaders I've came across. Amazing.
Thank you for the kind words. You do your thing. I'm going to jump off. I just wanted to make sure y'all were good.
Okay. All right. So we're back at it. We are adjusting this threshold because this threshold is when do I want my sound to come on.
In that second, I need a beverage and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack.
So as I bring my threshold down, this ball hits the threshold and then it starts reducing.
In that second, I need a
now you can see how much reduction is happening right here on this dB. Right here in this side, you will see
in that second, I need a beverage and I need a bottle.
The reduction is happening. It's making all of the loud stuff come down.
I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days.
Now, notice how this ball is acting sporadic. How once it hit this threshold, it gets brought down, but then it's kind of like make this little whirly thing going back. A release time, right? So if I bring my release and I want my release faster, it's gonna follow the line.
In that second, I need a beverage and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched.
I got a fast attack and a fast release. So it's more controlled on this actual blue line. Once I set my attack and my release, it sticks to the blue line more. If I take my release and I bring it up to a release,
in that second, I need a beverage and I need a bottle.
Then it's slow.
All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways.
And look how long it's taking to get back to its original point. Because I got it at 10 seconds.
In that second, I need a beverage and I need a bottle.
So the release is taking its time coming back up to its original state. So when you start working your compressors, you got to understand what your attack is doing and what your release is doing. So watch how fast when I bring my attack to a slow attack. Watch the red ball once it crosses the threshold. How fast how far it let it get down past the threshold before it grabs it.
In that second, I need a beverage and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy.
So it's actually letting it reach all the way over here before it actually pull it down. Right? So depending on the sound is going to depend on you set your attack and release. For me, because this is hip hop, I want this thing to be moving fast. So I want a fast attack and I want a fast release.
In that second, I need a beverage and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways.
Now that I got it controlled, I can now cut it up.
I need a beverage and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I said back and yeah, she told me because she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a beverage, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. In that second, I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. In that second, I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain.
All right, so now I got it controlled. I got reductive things happening. I got a de-esser. I got a reduction in EQ. On EQ, I remove this. I remove low end. I remove high end. So now I got my compressor. It brought back some high end.
In that second, I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all
You can hear it. Listen to what he say. I need some when it's bypass.
In that second, I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts.
Now when I add it back, the
In that
compressor,
second, I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in
you can now tell how it added those S's back. This is why I reduced it in the beginning. Because if I didn't reduce it, it would have been extra loud. So this is why I do that process in the front of, okay, let me tame the high end, because once I add this compressor to it, those S's is gonna stick out more. So I'm doing minus. It's kind of like when you have a -4 + 4 = 0. That's kind of what I'm going for. I'm gonna reduce it, and then once I add the compressor, it's gonna give it back, so it'll be even. Then I can boost it and give it some super shine with my EQ. So then I'm gonna add some EQ right here. Again, I'm just using all stock Pro Tools plugins. I'm not doing anything super fancy, not using all kind of, crazy plugins. I'm using Pro Tools stock plugins to get, straight sauce. If you know what a plugin does, you don't have to go and get these, $8,000 plugin packs for you to try to get the sound. It's really, you can use Pro Tools stock plugins and mix records and have them sound amazing. I do it all of the time.
In that second, I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, and I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. In that second, I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much.
So boom, I'm taking this high end and I'm just boosting to get the top end of them S's.
In that second, I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. With the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much.
All right, I'm gonna ungroup these.
In that second, I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much.
All right, so we got the vocals sitting right. All right. And now it's really, once we get the vocals okay, we can then start adding these different instruments up on top of it to really make this thing kind of stand out and give it some groove, right? So our instruments is adding this, right? I'm gonna pull this back down because now we want to go into reverb, putting it in a space. So every time we're adding reverb, we are putting our vocal in some type of room, in some type of environment. And it's up to you on what environment you want to put this vocal in. Do you want it in a hall? Do you want it in a small room? Do you want it in a big room? Do you want it in a bathroom? Whatever room you want it in, this is where your reverb come into play. So for us, I already got a reverb. I got my box verb send right here on the reverb. I'm using the Hall. Notice my send is all the way down, so I'm not sending anything.
That second, I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts.
As I'm doing this up, this is a parallel process. This is parallel processing. I'm sending. I have my original dry signal going to my mix bus, but then I have an additional signal triggering the reverb, and it's being sent as a totally different layer. And this is the volume to that layer. How much of this layer do I want to hear?
In that second, I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways.
So pre-delay. I'm in a Hall, and this could be cool. I'm going to keep it on a Hall right now just to touch on what pre-delay does. So when we're looking at a pre-delay, we got our reverb, we got our source track. So the source is what's being the actual vocal as it's being processed. So we're processing this vocal. It's being processed when there's no pre-delay. Whenever the vocal is happening, the reverb is happening at the same time. That is a pre-delay of 0 milliseconds. No, the active source, and then the reverb is happening as the source happens. Once you start adding pre-delay, you're detaching the source sound from the actual reverb happening. So then I'm providing some time in between these things from when it's actually triggered. So I'm going to go really extreme so I can show you the difference. Really extreme, we're going to take pre-delay and go all the way up. Just as really extreme example.
In that second, I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife.
So now you can see that the source is happening and then the reverb happens later by 300 milliseconds. Now we can create different spaces with delays. We don't have to use reverb. You can use a delay to put it in a different space, because all a reverb is a delay. They're just multiple, like really close to each other. That's what reverbs is. So we're taking these characteristics of this Hall, and we are going to bring our pre-delay down to get it directly in the Haas effect, where the brain it'll be two separate sounds, but the brain will perceive it as one thing, right? This is what the Haas effects is, right? So we're going to bring this down.
I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and beignets. She told me because she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much.
So right there, I got 25. So it's actually a space in between them, but it still feel like one thing, right? So now I get to adjust my decay. The decay is how long do you want this space or these reverbs, the reverb to actually go on, these reflections. So in a delay, they're not necessarily they're reflections, but they're more echoes, right? When we're dealing with the reverb, it's more reflections. And how many reflections do we want? How long do we want these reflections to last? They dip off at what we call an RT60. So the RT60 is how long does it take for reverb to fall between 60 dB? And where 60 dB is when you're quiet in a room and you just got regular just space, air conditioner noise and computer noise. That's at 60. That's around 60 dB. So RT60 is the time it takes from a sound to be at its loudest, and then for it to tail off into 60 dB. So for us, that's 4.5 seconds.
In that second, I need a bad bitch and
if we want that to extend more, we take our decay up.
In that second, I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts.
And we can hear this decay.
In that second.
So that's a long decay time. If you want a shorter decay time, you go lower in the number.
I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched.
Right? So we're going to use this first delay to solely thicken the vocal. We don't want a huge delay time. This is an easy way for you to give the vocal thickness without adding more stuff, right? We just want to make it sound a little bit thicker.
That second, I need a beverage and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my.
So using a very short decay time and.
In that second, I need a beverage and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She told me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a beverage, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. In that second, I need a beverage and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She told me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a beverage, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much.
I got one to thicken the vocal up with, and I'm gonna add another reverb to put it in a different space to give it a more roomy type feel. So I'm still on my box bus. I'm just gonna choose track, go to new track, name this box verb 2 or something, whatever you want to name it. All right, I'm gonna solo safe it, add a reverb. Again, I'm all Pro Tools stock plugins.
In that second, I need a beverage and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my back. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days.
Now I'm gonna use the EQ after that to color the reverb of the room that I want. So going into it, and I'm actually coloring the reverb.
In that second, I need a beverage and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She told me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want a second, I need a beverage, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. In that second, I need a beverage and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She told me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a beverage, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much.
So right then, what I did was coming in, I got 2 different types of reverb. I got one that's colored that I took the high end and stuff off, and I've only focused on a specific energy in the vocal, what I want the reverb to happen with. So now that I got this dialed in, I want to add a delay to it and create more depth. I just want more depth in the vocal. Notice I don't have any other instruments because I want my vocal to be the main focus of it, right? So the whole point of this is making sure my vocal is the main thing. When that vocal come across, I do never want my artist, I never want the client to be like, you know, I can't understand what I'm saying, right? So for me, it's like, let's get these vocals clear and put them in a space, and then everything else is going to be jelly around it. So I'm going to bring in my delays, mod 3 delays, Pro plugin, again, feedback. Down here, I get to change the feedback, the different notes on what I want the delays to happen.
I need a beverage and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She told me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a beverage, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much.
All right, and I'm applying filters.
In that second, I need a beverage.
And we're gonna get rid of some low end, so I'm gonna EQ my delays out.
In that second, I need a beverage and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She told me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a beverage, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, in my Duffy and all in my sack. I drip too much.
And so I want these really in the background. So volume is going to be really low. I just want to push them further in the back.
In that second, I need a babbage and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts.
All right, here go the trick right here. Adding a reverb after that. So going in to push it further in the background, putting a reverb on it.
In that second, I need a babbage and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. Be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a babbage, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. The knapsack and I need a babbage, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a babbage, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. The knapsack and I need a babbage and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a babbage, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much.
All right, creating some reverb for the snare. Or clap, per se.
In that second, I need a babbage and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a babbage, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I do much.
All right. So now that we got this done as far as the hook, right?
Sack,
So
I can't be touched.
we got this okay.
All in my bag, I'm
A nice level to start adding. Because this is the same person, I can now unmute
my sack.
my
I drip too much.
verse,
Ballin', I feel like a lake of VS on me water. I look like a gator.
right? So now I can bring this down because we put our training wheels on over here. So because that was all the way up, how loud it came in, I can actually bring this down now.
My Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a lake of VS on me water. I look like a gator. Yeah, I about to have neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the Henny. VSOP for my Remy. My windows, they gotta stay tinted. Cause I like the hat off from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from Seattle. Got cake and she thick with that batter. My sweet tooth be craving her green. Man, you know I'm poking like cactus. That's not the matter at hand. A G and I'm dapper like Dan. This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more sharing. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets.
So now I can the training wheels off, and you can directly see on these orange lines how much more gain is happening here, right? So
my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like
I got all this headroom now to bring these things in. So now I can reset it.
Sack, I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a lake of VS on me water. I look like a gator. Yeah, I bought a house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the Henny. VSOP for my Remy. My windows stay tinted cause I like the hat off from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from Seattle. Got cake and she thick with that batter. My sweet tooth be craving her.
All right, so we're gonna process this 808. So by me taking the training wheels off now, I have so much more headroom to turn everything up, even the vocals. If I wanted to push them up, everything, I got like 10 dB of headroom. All right, we got the punch of the kick. And let's bring those in.
Nagaris?
Yep.
What's going on? What's going on? What's your main focus when you in and mix beats? Is it I've heard of some people tackle it from a standpoint of whatever you want your track to be centered around, whether it be a snare or a particular sound. Do you have a formulated way of approaching mixing the instrumental, aside from, of course, the vocals? How do you approach it?
All right, so with it depends on the genre of the music, but for the most part, if we're dealing with hip hop vocals, then hands down it's gonna be the relationship between three main components. Really, it's hi-hat, snare, and kick drum.
Okay.
The relationships between those three is really gonna solidify your mix. And so with that, you're gonna the music and stuff can actually be lower because the punch of the kick, the feel of the 808 is gonna take up a lot of space.
Mm-hmm.
So the music and now all the other instruments can be low within the mix because you need all of your headroom, you need all of your punch and all of this stuff to come through with the actual kick, snare, and then the hi-hat is producing a groove.
Okay.
So those three elements together is going to give you a nice, the rhythm section of your beat. And then everything else, bass lines and all this other stuff is just added sauce to it, per se. So for us is really, and providing enough headroom. So earlier we had training wheels on to where we could mix and it seemed loud. Now we took the training wheels off. We're back at 0. And now I can push all these other sounds up in the mix to give me a solid mix in what I'm doing.
craving her cream. And you know I'm poking like cactus. That's not the matter at hand. A G and I'm dapper like that. This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more sharing, nigga. Days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Then I and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent a million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my Bluetooth be craving her cream. Man, you know I'm poking like cactus.
So just like that, you got a solid mix. Like we set the vocals, got it, and everything else builds around the vocal, like putting it in tune and with just this simple piece. Like
I seem to be craving her cream. You know I'm poking like cactus. That's not the matter at hand. A G and I'm dapper like Dan. This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more sharing. I spent a million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in I'm all in my sack, I can't be touched. I spent a million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All of my Bluetooth be craving her blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. Bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much.
Bro, loaded the clip and the sniffing to shoot me a movie. I promise this shit isn't scripted. Shorty stay on my phone with that tripping for like a guy. I don't listen. This that blue magic, this shit so addicted. Soon as I grab it, I bag it and flip it. Upgrade on my fashion, I had to be dripping. This shit wasn't given, I had to go get it. Pop up and not damage her. Watch I pull off in that challenger. Told your bitch I got that stamina. We gon' play doctor, this dick gon' examine her. I don't text and no beef on the internet. See, my shooters ain't really too into that. Ammunition, yo, man, where they send it, they empty the clip, and then that's what we ended
I spent a million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain.
all right, so moving forward, we got a second verse. We could totally put this on another box bus and go through, you know, more things, processes. So let's do it. Yeah. All right, more vocals. So I'm gonna move this. Move this vocal to its own vocal track.
I'm all in my sack. I drip too much.
Bro, loaded the clip and the sniffing to shoot me a movie. I promise this shit isn't scripted. Shorty stay on my phone with that tripping for like a guy ADHD. I don't listen. This that blue magic, this shit so addicted. Soon as I grab it, I bag it and flip it. Upgrade on my fashion, I had to be dripping. This shit wasn't given, I had to go get it. Pop up and not damage it.
All right, so again, now you can hear all of those breaths in this because we didn't turn them down. Totally different from the first verse where we went in and we turned those breaths down in the verse.
Sack, I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a lake of VS on me water. I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the Henny. VSOP for my Remy. My windows, they gotta stay tinted cause I like to hide off from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from C. Got kicked.
All right, so we're gonna go through and turn all the breaths down in the verses versus the hook. The hook sound a lot cleaner.
I fucked her wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts.
So you can hear that. We're gonna go through and actually get rid of in the verses the breaths, turn them down.
Ballin' up like a lake of VS on me water. I look like a gator. Gator. Yeah. water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors, don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on.
Gosh, mute your mic. Hold on, I got it. Okay. Come on.
Mail on my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the Henny. VSOP for my Remy. My windows, they gotta stay tinted, cause I like to hide out from.
I seen it. So, thank you.
Weed in the Henny. VSOP for my Remy. VSOP for my Remy. My windows, they gotta stay tinted, cause I like to hide out from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from Seattle. Yellow bitch, she from Seattle. Got cake and she thick with that batter. Her green. And you know I poke her like cactus. That's not the matter at hand. A G and you know I poke her like cactus. That's not the matter at hand. A G and I'm dapper like Dan. This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more sharing, nigga. Mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more sharing, nigga. Ballin', I feel like a lake of VS on me water. I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking all of my paper. Hold on, I'm off the.
All right, so listen to this as we listen to this vocal as it start off.
Ballin', I feel like a lake of VS on me water.
It kind of feel like there was interference in the vocal or something. It sound real like.
Ballin', I feel like a lake of VS on me water. I look like a gator.
It sound almost staticky almost. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through our additional that we recorded on this. So we record and we send things to playlist. This is a prime example of when playlisting comes in the handy. So these are all of the different takes that we went through recording this, and I'm gonna find the best one and bring that up instead of using this one.
Ballin', I feel like a lake of VS on me water. I look like a gator. Ha! Ballin', I feel like a lake of VS on me water. I look like a gator. Wait, ballin', I feel like a VS on me water. I look like a gator. Yeah, Wait, ballin', I feel like a lake of VS.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah, ballin', I feel like a lake of VS on me water. I look like a gator.
It's cool.
Ballin', I feel like a lake of VS on me water. I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one.
So let's send this one up, see what it sounds like.
Ballin', I feel like a lake of VS on me water. I like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper.
So now I got a smoother take of that from our playlist. So this is why it's important as you're going through your records, don't just throw tracks away. Like you never know when you're going to need them. So always playlist, send things to playlist. It's your friend. It'll help you in the long run.
All in my sack, I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a lake of VS on me water. I look like a gator. Yeah, out of house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the Henny. VSOP for my Remy. My windows, they gotta stay tinted, cause I like to hide out from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from Seattle. Got cake and she thick with that batter. My sweet tooth be craving her green. And you know I poke her like cactus. That's not the matter at hand. A G and I'm dapper like Dan. This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more sharing. I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife for your 10 days. I sit back and I eat Bengay. She.
All right, we got to copy this hook over. Now that we went through and we turned down all the breaths in it, it's different than these hooks now. So we need to, instead of us going through all this over again, we're just going to copy these hook over. Easy way to do it. Go to grid mode. We're selecting our grid. I'm going to go here to here. All right. Command C. Come here. V as in Victor, paces it. Come here. V as in Victor, paste. And get rid of all this other stuff. We're there. So that's simple. Facing on our hook. In the beginning. And this one is already go.
I spent the shit costs too much, ain't no more sharing. I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife for your 10 days. I sit back and I eat Bengay. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the napkin and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife for your 10 days. 10. I sit back and I eat Bengay. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the napkin and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. Too much.
Lil' bro loaded the clip and the sniffing to shoot me a movie. I promise this shit isn't scripted. Shorty stay on my.
All right, let's get rid of some breaths.
This shit isn't scripted. Shorty stay on my phone with that tripping for like I got ADHD. I don't listen. This that blue magic, this shit so addicted. Soon as I grab it, I bag it and flip it. Upgrade on my fashion, I had to be dripping. This shit wasn't given, I had to go get it. Pop up and I damage her. Watch I pull off in that Challenger. Told your bitch I got that stamina. We gon' play doctor, this dick gon' examine her. Ay, I don't text and no beef on the internet. Shooters ain't really too into that. Ammunition go here where they send it, they empty the clip and then that's where we ended
at. I
it.
spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife for your 10 days. I sit back and I eat much.
Lil' bro loaded the clip and the sniffing to shoot me a movie. I promise this shit isn't scripted. Shorty stay on my phone with that tripping for like I got ADHD. I don't listen. This that blue magic, this shit so addicted. Soon as I grab it, I bag it and flip it. Upgrade on my fashion, I had to be dripping. This shit wasn't given, I had to go get it. Pop up and I damage her. Watch I pull off in that Challenger. Told your bitch I got that stamina. We gon' play this dick on examiner. Ay, I don't text and no beef on the internet. See, my shooters ain't really too into that. Ammunition go here where they send it, they empty the clip and then that's where we ended at.
I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife for your 10 days. I sit back and I eat Bengay. She taught me cause she got a much.
Lil' bro loaded the clip and the sniffing to shoot me a movie. I promise this shit isn't scripted. Shorty stay on my phone with that tripping for like I got ADHD. I don't listen. This that blue magic, this shit so addicted. Soon as I grab it, I bag it and flip it. Upgrade on my fashion, I had to be dripping. This shit wasn't given, to go get it. Pop up and I damage her. Watch I pull off in that Challenger. Told your bitch I got that stamina. We gon' play doctor, this dick on examiner. Ay, I don't text and no beef on the internet. See, my shooters ain't really too into that. Ammunition go here where they send it, they empty the clip and then that's where we ended at.
I spent the million in 10 ways.
All right, so taking out the vocals makes it a little bit cleaner. Getting those breaths up out of there. Just a little bit cleaner on the vocal.
Set. I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife for your 10 days. I sit back and I eat Bengay. She taught me cause she got a big brain.
All right. Next piece is, before we get to the ad libs, I want to add a little bit more structure delays to the actual hook. On the hook, I want to maybe we could try to do like some Travis Scott like reverb or something trick on it. We'll do that in, give me 10 minutes. I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back. All right, back at it. All right, so we're gonna add some delay layers to the actual to our actual hook. So I'm gonna bring in another audio track, and I'm gonna bring this up under, and I'm gonna be dragging and dropping these things under here that I want to delay.
I spent the million in 10 ways. I fuck for you 10 days. I sit back and I eat Bengay. She taught me because she got a big brain.
All right. So I think what I'm hearing, I think what I want to do is act like this Travis Scott kind of like reverb, like delay reverb effect thing on this particular vocal. So it's almost got the right amount of space in between them for me to do it. I'm going to see how it sounds. So let's go through this process. This is a gem on how to achieve it. All right, so we got our vocal track.
I spent the million in 10 ways.
So ways, I'm gonna bring that down. What I did was highlight it, and then I held Control Option, and then with the grabber tool, pull it straight down to my track. All right, I want to use this. And I want to create a reverb for it. So instead of sending it to our reverb that we already got, I want to create a new reverb. So I'm going to come here, take the delay off, do a new track, and it's an aux track. And this is going to be hook, verb. Going to add it. I'm going to add my reverb. All right, now after the reverb, I want to key the actual, I want to key the reverb. I want to key a compressor. I want to key a compressor to push down the reverb. All right, so I got my deverb here. Up under that, I want to put a compressor. And we can use this. All right, got my side chain. I want to turn this to key. I don't want an expander. I just want reverb. All right, your attack and release is going to be really important in this. All right, so check me out. I got my reverb. I want a long tail time decay, and we'll give it. We'll leave it at 0 for now. All right, so this is what's happening so far. I want this at no output. So you can hear this really long, like reverb right now. And this is what's happening. It's hitting my reverb, and then the reverb is going into a compressor. The compressor is not active at all right now because the red dot isn't hitting the orange line, so it's not active at all. All right. So what I'm going to do is set up a key. I'm going to go to bus 1. I'm going to rename this to key. All right, I'm going to go to my compressor, activate my key, choose it to use the key track. That's my key. All right, so I got key going in. I went to my side chain and told it that I want to use the key. We already did that. I'm back over here in my compressor, and I want to bring the threshold down So, a brief explanation of what's happening here. All right, we got this other track right here, this track up under. I pulled this section down. This was from the original vocal of Ways.
A million and 10 ways.
From 10 Ways. All right, so I'm about to answer that question, right? So we're on key. All right, so this is what I pulled down.
Ways.
10 Ways.
10 ways.
Got the waves part in 10 Ways. I brought it to another track. I created a bus for my hook and verb to actually apply reverb, and then I put a compressor under the reverb. I assigned a key to it, and therefore I put a key on a bus, and I assigned it that bus and said key. The key is so instead of me, I want to use a specific another instrument to trigger the reverb. So in me using all of this vocal track, I'm just using key to trigger the compressor. This is what's going to trigger the compressor, not what's coming in on the track. So I'm bringing in
10 ways.
So if I put my release up and I bring my threshold down, and I'm cutting this up in the send to give it more volume from the key.
Spit the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in your 10.
You can see that the key is, what the key is doing is actually pushing down the compressor. And so because it's pushing down the compressor, the reverb doesn't happen until the key come back up. Because of my release time in my compressor, it then brings the reverb back in. So listen to it.
Spit the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in your 10 days. I sit back and spit the million in 10 ways.
So I'm going to mute. And you see how it releases with the actual attenuation of my compressor. Once the compressor goes back, notice the volume of the reverb goes back with the red ball. If I make this longer, then it's a longer time for it to come back.
Spit the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in your 10 days.
Same thing with days. So we getting this reverb, and I can change the tail of my reverb on the length of
I
it.
spit the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in your 10 days. I sit back and I eat Bengay. She taught me because she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a bop. I spit the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in your 10 days. I sit back and I eat Bengay. She taught me because she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy. I spit the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in your 10 days. I sit back and I eat Bengay.
So the compressor is controlling the actual reverb, the loudness to the reverb. Because the compressor is a reduction tool, it's reducing the volume of the reverb and then slowly letting that reverb based on your release time.
I spit the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in your 10 days. I sit back and I eat Bengay. She taught me because she got a big brain. I want a second, I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my.
All right, and if I want to turn that down, I can just turn it down here. Actually, this needs to go to my mix bus.
I spit the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in your 10 days. I sit back and I eat Bengay. She spit the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in your 10 days. I sit back and I eat Bengay. She taught me because she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. Bottle, man, I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on water, I look like a gator. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drink much. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on me. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I bottle, man, I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on me water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the Henny. PSOP for my Remy. My windows, they don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the Henny. PSOP for my Remy.
All right, so we can drop these in the verses to give it some more dynamic.
Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on me water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the Henny. PSOP for my Remy. My windows, they gotta stay tinted. Cause I like to hide off from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from Seattle. That kick it, she thick with that batter. My sweet tooth be craving her cream. And you know I'm poking like cactus. That's not the matter at hand. A G and I'm dapper like Dan. This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more sharing. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on me water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors.
So we want to hit this. For me, it's almost like a delay almost on when we want this thing to come back. We wanted to give it some enough time, press down, so we can look at our delay channel and give us a ballpark figure on the delay time. So it looks like 960 milliseconds on one, 480 on the other. So that can give us a nice little, as far as delay on our new added key situation on the compressor. So our release time, we had what, 960 on 480. Let's see how 480 sounds. All right, so we're gonna need 90 on that.
I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the Henny. PSOP from.
And so now it's more time based. So it kind of feels more like a delay, like it's smoother.
The bottom, man, I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my duffy.
All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop some of these down on a delay. So I'm gonna add another one, and instead of them being the reverb, some of them will be reverb, and we're gonna pull the other ones down for a delay.
I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days.
All the delays I'm gonna pull down here to the delay. So I'm gonna say delays, and then over here we're gonna be verbed out.
Fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back. Fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat bengay. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat bengay. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. Me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on me water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the Henny. VSOP for my Remy. My windows, they gotta stay tinted. Cause I like to hide out from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from Seattle. Got kickin', she thick with that batter. My sweet tooth be craving her green. And you know I'm broken like cactus. Yellow bitch, she from Seattle. Got kickin', she thick with that batter. My sweet tooth be craving her green. And you know I'm broken like cactus. That's not the matter at hand. A G and I'm dapper like Dan. This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more sharing. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some. All in my bag, I'm all in my duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on me water. All in my sack, I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on me water. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets.
That one's pretty cool. So now, like, I'm putting it on both. I got a pretty cool effect on it by putting it on both of them. So, like,
I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want a chicken, I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want.
Are you still control option in
I
it
need a
right
bottle,
now?
man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my duffy, I'm all in
control option drag.
man, I need a bottle, man, I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the Henny. The Henny. I'm off the weed in the Henny. VSOP for my Remy. My windows, they gotta stay tinted. Cause I like to hide out from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from Seattle. Got kickin', she thick with that batter. My sweet tooth be her green. And you know I'm broken like cactus. That's not the matter at hand. A G and I'm dapper like Dan. This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much. Green. And you know I'm broken like cactus. That's not the matter at hand. A G and I'm dapper like Dan. This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more sharing. I spent a million in 10 ways. I fucked her wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat engaged. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the Nasdaq and I need a bad bitch and I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I feel like a lake of VS on me water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I bought a house with no neighbors, don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the Henny. VSOP for my Remy. My windows, they gotta stay tinted, cause I like to hide off from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from Seattle. Got kicking, she thick with that batter. My sweet tooth be craving her cream. And you know I'm broken like cactus. That's not the matter at hand. A G and I'm dapper like Dan. This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit much, ain't no more sharing. I spent a million in 10 ways. I fucked her wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat engaged. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Like a lake of VS on me water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I bought a house with no neighbors, don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the Henny. VSOP for my Remy. My windows, they gotta stay tinted, cause I like to hide off from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from Seattle. Got kicking, she thick with that batter. My sweet tooth be craving her cream. And you know I'm broken like cactus. That's not the man. A G and I'm dapper like Dan. This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more sharing. I spent a million in 10 ways. I fucked her wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat engaged. She taught me cause she got a big brain. And I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blood. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent a million in 10 ways. I fucked her wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat engaged. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much.
Lil' bro loaded the clip and the sniffing to shoot me a movie. I promise this shit isn't scripted. Shorty stay on my phone with that tripping for like I got ADHD. I don't listen. This that blue magic, this shit so addicted. Soon as I grab it, I bag it and flip it. Upgrade on my fashion, I had to be dripping. This shit wasn't given, I had to go get it. Pop up and I damage her. Watch I pull off in that Challenger. Told your bitch I got that stamina. We gon' play doctor, this dick gon' examine it. Ay, I don't text and no beef on the internet. See, my shooters ain't really too into that. In your head where they send it, they empty the clip and then that's where we ended at. Soon as I grab it, I bag it and flip it. Upgrade on my fashion, I had to be dripping. This shit wasn't given, I had to go get it. Pop up and I damage her. Watch I pull off in that Challenger. Told your bitch I get it. Pop up and I damage her. Damage her. Go get it. Pop up and I damage her. Watch I pull off in that Challenger. Watch I pull Challenger. Told your bitch I got that stamina. We gon' play doctor, this dick gon' examine it. Ay, I don't text and no beef on the internet. See, my shooters ain't really too into that. Ammunition your head where they send it, they empty the clip and then that's where we ended at. I spent a million in 10 ways. I fucked her wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat engaged. She taught me I had to go get it. Pop up and I damage her. Watch I pull off in that Challenger. Told your bitch I got that stamina. We gon' play doctor, this dick gon' examine it. Ay, I don't text and no beef on the internet. See, my shooters ain't really too into that. Ammunition your head where they empty the clip and then that's where we ended at. I spent a million in 10 ways. I fucked her wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat engaged. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Much. Lil' bro loaded the clip and the sniffing to shoot me a movie. I promise this shit isn't scripted. Shorty stay on my phone with that tripping for like I got ADHD. I don't listen. This that blue magic, this shit so addictive. Soon as I grab it, I bag it and flip it. Upgrade on my fashion, I had to be dripping. This shit wasn't given, I had to go get it. Pop up and I damage her. Watch I pull off in that Challenger. Told your bitch I got that stamina. We gon' play doctor, gon' examine it. Ay, I don't text and no beef on the internet. See, my shooters ain't really too into that. Ammunition your head where they send it, they empty the clip and then that's where we ended at. I spent a million in 10 ways. I spent a million in 10 ways. I fucked her wifey in 10 days. I sit back and eat engaged. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the net. I spent a million in 10 ways. I fucked her wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat engaged. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bag.
bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. Man, I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat. Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on me water, I look like a gator. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on me water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. I'm off the weed in the Henny. VSOP for my Remy. My windows, they gotta stay tinted, cause I like to hide off from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from Seattle. Got cake and she thick with that batter. My sweet tooth be, I like to hide off from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from Seattle. Got cake and she thick with that batter. My sweet tooth be craving her cream. And you know I poke her like cactus. That's not the matter at hand. A G and I'm dapper like Dan. This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more shan. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked for you 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more shan. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife for you 10 mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more shan. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife for you 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and shit costs too much, ain't no more shan. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked her wife for you 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked her wife for you 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked her wife for you 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need all in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on me water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. All in my sack, I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on me water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the Henny. VSOP for my Remy. My windows, they gotta stay tinted, cause I like to hide off from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from Seattle. Got cake thick with that batter. My sweet tooth be craving her cream. And you know I poke her like cactus. That's not the matter at hand. A G and I'm dapper like Dan. This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more shan. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked her wife for you 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked her wife for you 10 days. I sit back and eat beignets. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a paper. Hold on. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked her wife for you 10 days. I sit back and I eat beignets. Taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked her wifey. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want and I eat Bengay. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the Nasdaq and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wifey in 10 days.
Hey, Nagaris, for some reason I can't hear you.
All right,
There you go.
we're gonna enhance this verify on the 808. So we have this what we did on the piano. All right, so we're just gonna enhance that too with the 808. This what's we call breakdown. And let's see how.
$1 million in 10 ways. I'm all in my. You got a big brain. And I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked her wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat Bengay. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on me water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the hand. VSOP.
All right, so we want a kick drum right there. So we're gonna take this kick and we're gonna place it right here to give it more emphasis on that actual on the actual piece where it come back in. So we did a little drop off right there in the beginning of the verse to kind of make it, you know, cool in the beginning. And then we'll add that kick drum back into it and then take it back out so it can release.
I'm all in my sack, I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on me water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. I'm off the weed in the Hennies. VSOP for my Remy's. My windows, they gotta stay tinted, cause I like to hide out from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from Seattle. That kick it, she thick with that batter. My sweet tooth be craving her cream. And you know I'm poking like cactus. That's not the matter at hand.
Verify right here just to enhance it more. So essentially, as a listener, when you're at this stage of the production and the mixing process of it, you're really as a listener. So you're starting at the beginning, and any place where as a listener you feel like, you know, you're hitting that sense of, oh, it's repetitive or whatever, you want to add something to kind of keep the mind from going there. So as we go through it, you'll just hear that you will hear these certain moments where, you know, you will get settled into the track. We never want the listener to fully get truly settled into it. We want to take them on a journey the whole way through. So as soon as they feel like, okay, I can just relax into the music, you want to give them a switch up to where it's like, oh, you're gonna, you know, it's another push, it's another pull through the record.
I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked her wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat Bengay. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the Nasdaq and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked her wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I eat Bengay. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on me water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the Hennies. VSOP for my Remy's. My windows, they gotta stay tinted, cause I like to hide out from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from Seattle. That kick it, she thick with that batter. My sweet tooth be crazy.
So right there, I feel like the music should have came back in right here. when we came in after this.
Cause I like the hat off from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from Seattle.
Right here, that's when more piano should have came in. So we're just gonna move that right on over here. To give it probably like 4 bars of piano, and we're just copying this over right to this section.
That kick it, she thick with that batter. My sweet to be crap.
Let's see where we at. Oh, it might be over one more. Hold on. I think it's over. Should be here.
My windows, they gotta stay tinted, cause I like the hat off from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from Seattle. Got kick it, she thick with that batter. My sweet to be craving her cream. And you know I'm poking like cactus. That's not the matter at hand. A G and I'm dapper like Dan. This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more shame. I spent the million in 10 ways.
All right, then we can get rid of this whole back piece to lead up to have a drop off, and then back into the hook. So again, from the top of the verse.
I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a lake of VS on me water. I look like a gator. Yeah, I bought a house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the Henny. VSOP for my Remy. My windows, they gotta stay tinted, cause I like the hat off from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from Seattle. Got kick it, she thick with that batter. My sweet tooth be craving her cream. And you know I'm poking like cactus. That's not the matter at hand. A G and I'm dapper like Dan. This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Cost too much, ain't no more shame. I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I even engaged.
Just by adding those different dynamics and taking out different pieces and changing the density of the record, we're adding movement. You know what I'm saying? So the density is what's creating the ride or the roller coaster throughout the record. You know what I mean? So you don't necessarily have to keep everything in it the way the producer or whatever have it. You create this journey, you know, through these different edits, you know, vocal chops and other things like that. So, and this is exactly what we're gonna do going into this vocal right here.
This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more shame. I spent the million in 10 ways.
So right here, we're gonna add, we're gonna do some reverse reverb going into this, and through this reverse reverb, through the breakdown, we just gonna give it a pretty long reverse reverb, and that's gonna kind of connect our verse and hook together. So going to reverb, the easiest way to do it, get you a nice long decay. You're on a hall, you can turn some of the wet down, and then you're just gonna process. I'm gonna color it just a little bit and then hit the reverse. So I get this long reverse into it, and then I can trim this back to get my full thing, get my full hook going into it, and so I get this reverb. So that's what we got going into it. So we'll have.
You know I'm poking like cactus. That's not the matter at hand. A G and I'm dapper like Dan. This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more shame. I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I even engaged. She taught me cause she.
So we can apply a fade to kind of a nice little fade into it.
A G and I'm dapper like Dan. This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more shame. I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I even engaged. She taught me cause she got a big brain.
One of the things I like to use, let me find, I want this, I like cymbals and like reversing the cymbals into a crash. So finding a crash and then taking that, duplicating it, and reversing it. So you get like a riser into the crash happening. I know I already have that created. If y'all want to see how I do that, we can definitely do that. So I'm just going to use, I have one created already in this particular session, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So that is our crash. Let's see. And that's the verse that I used. So that's what I created. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to add it to the session. So I got a regular crash. So this is a regular crash cymbal. Let me make sure all my other stuff is going out mix bus. So this should snare verb should be coming out mix bus, not 1 and 2. Look like I fixed everything else. All right. So I got this crash. I'm gonna bring it up here in the instrument stuff. All right, I'm gonna trim to the beginning of my crash. Zooming in, trimming. So I got this crash happening. And look like this is the end of it right here. So I got this thing. All right, I'm gonna duplicate it just by holding Option and dragging out. So now I want to reverse this one. So I'm going to go to Audio Suite, go to Other, choose Reverse, and I get to reverse this. And now I want to connect them. The easy way for me to do it is I want this tail end to come here. I'm just going to tab to transient or tab to the beginning of it. I'm going to do a Control Command click on the clip, and it snaps it to the tail. So it brings those together. All right, I'm going to zoom in. Let me reset it to make sure I have a nice smooth edit piece here, which I somewhat do. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and just give a nice little fade right there. So now I have a crash, and I want this crash to happen on the 1. So I'm going to put this directly in the, and realistically, let me break it apart again real quick. I'm going to go ahead and start this on the 1 where I wanted this crash at. And then go ahead and snap it and fade. And then I can go ahead and I can either extend it here. Okay, that's there. So here to here, and then I'm going to consolidate these to make one file. So now I have one file that I can in the mix over here. So as I go from here to here or whatever, I want to use this as a transition to create this transition piece in the track. So it sounds
G and I'm dapper like damn. This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more shame. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked her wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat gay. She taught me cause she.
So I just these different this reverse symbol into it to create a signifier of, you know, sections of the song, right? So I can then take this and bring it back to the beginning. And we can get this.
I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked her wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat gay. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the Nattic and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. In my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked her wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat gay. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on me water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the Hennies. PSOP for my Remy's. My windows, they gotta stay tinted. I like the hat off from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from C-Dot. Got kicking, she thick with that.
I really would like it right here versus in the beginning because the drop off in the beginning was so cool. Like I didn't really need it.
All in my bag, I'm all in my duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on me water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the Hennies. PSOP for my Remy's. My windows, they gotta stay tinted cause I like the hat off from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from C. Got kicking, she thick with that body. I swear to be craving her cream. And you know I'm poking like cactus. That's not the matter at hand. A G and I'm dapper like Dan. This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more shame. I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked her wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I even gay. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the Nasdaq and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent the million in 10 ways. I fucked.
Cool. All right. So you can add these crashes, these individual pieces, you know, throughout the track as you see fit to kind of add additional transitional moments within the record. The last thing I want to go over and we'll wrap up is mix bus. So on your mix bus, making it loud, right? So we got this. We got plenty of headroom. So I just give you my my little chain that I do for mix bus compression and getting things to the client at a louder level. So for me, I'm doing EQ first. Then I'm going into a dynamic. I'm going into a mastering FGX mastering from Slate. Then I'm doing another EQ, which is the Air Premium Slate plugin. And then I'm doing a Pro Tools dynamic on a Maxim. And my ceiling here is around 0.3, but I like to give my mastering engineer more headroom, so I do 0.6. Do 0.3 minimum. You don't want to go above 0.3, but I'm doing 0.6 to give him some room. And I'm just starting here, and I'm just tailoring.
All in my bag, I'm all in my duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much.
Again, all I'm is with the first one is cutting. I'm just giving really small cut parameters.
All in my bag, I'm all in my duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on me water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the Hennies. PSOP for my Remy's. My windows, they gotta stay tinted cause I like the hat off from all of my women.
Then I'm going into the Slate.
I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my duffy, I'm all in my I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on me water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. Hold on, I'm off the weed in the Hennies. PSOP for my Remy's. My windows, they gotta stay tinted cause I like the hat off from all of my women. Yellow bitch, she from C-Dot. Got kicking, she thick with that body. My sister be craving her cream. And you know I'm poking like cactus. That's not the matter at hand. A G and I'm dapper like Dan. This sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more shame. I spent in 10 ways. I fucked her wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I even gay. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the Nasdaq and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent a million in 10 ways. I fucked her wifey in 10 days. I sit back and I even gay. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the Nasdaq and I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much.
Look, bro, loaded the clip in this. Shoot me a movie, I promise this shit isn't scripted. Shorty stay on my phone with that tripping for like a guy ADHD, I don't listen. This that blue magic, this shit so addicted. Soon as I grab it, I bag it and flip it. Upgrade on my fashion, I had to be dripping. This shit wasn't given, I had to go get it. Pop up and not damage it. Watch I pull off in that challenger. Told your bitch I got that stamina. We gon' play doctor, this dick gon' examine it. Ay, I don't text no beef on the internet. See, my shooters ain't really too into that. Ammunition your head where they send it, they empty the clip, and then that's what we ended at.
10 ways. I fucked your wife for you 10 days. I sit back and I even gay. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the next second.
Then I just bring in my ad libs and just sit them in the pocket, and that's it. It's just.
Hey man. Oh, okay. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife for you 10 days. I sit back and I eat been gay. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the next second. I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife for you 10 days. I sit back. I eat big gay. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause I want the next second, I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much. Ballin', I feel like a Laker. VS on me water, I look like a gator. Yeah, I buy the house with no neighbors. Don't need no one checking my mail or my paper. I'm off the weed in the hands. VSOP for my ratings. My windows, they gotta stay tinted. Cause I like to hide them from all of my women. Yellow bitch, you see that? Got cake and she thick with that back. I swear you be craving her pain. You know I'm broken like cats. That's not the matter at hand. A G and I'm dapper like Dan. Yeah, this sauce you can't mix in the pan. Shit costs too much, ain't no more shit. I put $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife for you 10 days. I sit back and I eat been gay. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the next second, I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched. I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife for you 10 days. I sit back and I eat been gay. She taught me cause she got a big brain. Cause the next second I need a bad bitch, man. I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I drip too much.
Lil' bro loaded the clip in the Smith and to shoot me a movie. I promise this shit isn't scripted. Shorty stay on my phone with that tripping for like I got ADHD. I don't listen. It's that blue magic, this shit so addictive. Soon as I grab it, I bag it and flip it. Upgrade on my fashion, I had to be dripping. This shit wasn't given, I had to go get it. Pop up and not damage her. Watch I pull off in that Challenger. Told your bitch I got that stamina. We gon' play doctor, this dick on examiner. Ay, I don't text and don't beef. Internet. See, my shooters ain't really too into that. Ammunition your head where they send it, they empty the clip, and then that's what we ended at.
I spent $1 million in 10 ways. I fucked your wife for you 10 days. I sit back and I eat been gay. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the next second, I need a bad bitch and I need.
And that's pretty much how you mix it. It's pretty simple, to the point. It's not a whole lot of processing. So I see a lot of people just adding. They go through and they do a whole lot of processing to stuff. They do tons and tons of plug-in processing. It really don't need all of that. If you really just relax your ears, see what you need to hear. If you capture it properly, you don't need a lot of processing. Do reductive first and then do what additive. Knowing the different things, like adding the compression, what is it going to do naturally to the vocal, so you can kind of pre-game that going into it. Any questions? Let's spend the rest of the time answering questions. Real quick, hold on, Josh. Let me run to the bathroom. I've been drinking a lot of water.
It's all good.
And so let me run to the restroom real quick. Right quick.
All right.
All right, what we got?
I had a question. Go ahead, Josh. You got something?
No, go ahead, man.
Yeah. So this may be not necessarily post production, but I've always assumed that engineers would handle the transitions towards, the post production of the song, or you know what I mean, Nagaris. So at what point are transitions added, or is that up to the discretion of the producer? And do you add transitions, and how often do you?
Yeah, like this transition, like right here, like when I added these crash, like this reverse into it.
Okay, yeah.
Cause I like the hat off from all of my women.
Exactly, yeah. So
Yeah.
are we okay? So how many do you normally put in your songs?
No, I'm putting in whatever is necessary. So right now, like as I listen to the record, there will be more. Like, I will add more. I probably would take away. They're really close together, so it's really whatever is dictating. Again, we're using density to take the listener on a journey, right? So I'm taking things away. I'm using beat juggles and verifies and vocal chops and vocal transitions. So I'm doing things like this reverse reverb to add a transition feel into it as well, and then supplementing that with the reverse crash into it.
Break up the monotony.
Exactly. So as soon as you feel like you're comfortable in the record or whatever, take them on a journey in some kind of ways. Change something to just mentally, it's giving them changing the density of the record.
So it's really not a formula kind of thing. So I guess it's really a post-production kind of thing, because it's not really a formula that you go on with it with the 8/16, or anything like that. It all goes according to
because if the vocalist
case by case. Yeah,
exactly, because the vocalist could be doing it and you don't need a transition. If the vocalist switch up the flow, then that's the thing that you need. So you don't necessarily have to have a transition there for them to do that. They're naturally transitioning, but the monotony of it, you want to create that variation, through the density of the song. And by density, what I mean is different layers, right? How many things are playing at the same time?
Dynamically, right?
Exactly. So getting rid of things like right here.
Right.
Just a total drop off, and then you bring them back into it. But how you bring them back into it has to make sense, right? So I brought them back with the hi-hats coming back.
And I was going to ask you about that.
The other different things of how you step them back into the song. You know what I mean?
Okay. How do you normally like to play it? I'm sorry, Josh. I know you probably got something. Last thing. How do you normally like to play it? Are you synthesizing transitions, or are you, going natural with it in the sense of using the drop off or speeding something up versus actually putting something in there rising or falling?
Like this crash right here, I added this. So I'm doing both. I like to do both. Like, for instance, in the beginning right here, I just might reverse this piano going into the hook. Because we go into it, he jumps directly into the hook.
Hey, man.
So for me, really, I would go in and I would reverse this to create a different feel going into it. So it'll be.
Hey, man. I spent $1 million in 10 ways.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? Where it's a totally different feel, but I'm creating that transition piece into it. It's a switch up, and then it's like, okay, yeah, we right into the song.
So this is the engineer's job more so than a producer's job, since we're going case by case.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's better if the engineer can do them, but you don't know what the artist is going to put. So it's really going to be but when you're engineering now, you're producing engineer's hat. You're no longer just recording, or you're no longer just mixing. You know what I'm saying? Like they're looking for you to add these different dimensions to the record. Now, you know what I mean? Before, you just mix whatever they gave you. And if the producer asks you to do something cool, you did something cool. Now you have to empathy is the most important thing when mixing now. Putting yourself in the artist's shoes and putting yourself in the production shoes and being able to understand that vision and enhancing that vision.
Understood. Thank you.
Yep.
So I just wanted you to go back real quick to the ending of the vocal processing when you were adding like the delay and the reverb and another delay for something else again. I forgot what it was.
Okay. On this one right here, on the box bus, or when we did the hook up here?
On the Vox bus.
Okay. All right. So so with the box, we got everything routed through the box bus, but then I have a box verb. The first reverb that we did was to just thicken the vocal. It was a short delay. So if we look at this, the decay time is really short. So that's just to thicken the vocal. I did some cutting away of the high frequencies to kind of so it don't stand out too much. So the first one was adding depth and thickness to the vocal itself. The second one was the room. So we look at this this verb, we got a larger decay time, so it's more space, it's more inside of the room. But then I went through and colored it with an EQ. So totally getting rid of the high end, getting rid of some of the low end, and kind of dialing in a specific character for the reverb. And you do that with the EQ pass. Then I have the delay to create more depth and movement with it. So, but it's so subtle. Look at the volume is really down. It's low in volume. And then what I did was after that, after the delay, I trimmed with an EQ, did some coloration, adding a specific color to it, and then creating super depth with it by placing it on the actual reverb after all of that. So that reverb actually pushed it further back in the mix. So when we solo this,
I spent $1,000,000 in 10 ways. I fucked your wife 10 days. I sit back and I eat engaged. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and I need a bad bitch and I need a bottle, man. I need some blunts. All in my bag, I'm all in my Duffy, I'm all in my sack. I can't be touched.
So you get those little trails of sudden hint of delay, but they doesn't interfere with the other one. Then I came back and did a verbed out and another delay for specific words to kind of poke out above the delay that I already have.
Oh, okay. I see.
$1,000,000 in 10 ways. I fucked your wife in 10 days. I sit back and I eat engaged. She taught me cause she got a big brain. I want the knapsack and
so I just want specific words to kind of come forward more. And so I did that with this extra delay track right here.
Gotcha.
Yep. Anything else?
Yeah, you doing some more of these?
I am. I think I got another one Saturday. Not this Saturday, but I think next Saturday is another one.
Squad.
So we get your record finished, we can do your record live.
Okay, but look, okay, so like, how can we do that though? Like, how can we do it? We can meet somewhere. I know we gotta stay 6 feet apart and all that good stuff.
Yeah, we probably can come to my studio or something. I have to put it together. I gotta see what my schedule looking like.
Yeah, man, y'all let me know because that thing now, okay.
For sure.
Duka, that B Duka attention make you do that face. You know that stank face. Like you just smell something bad. That was that beat make you do. I was like, oh shit, he came in the bit swinging. Okay. I told that boy I need lessons. The fuck, I need lessons.
Man. Yeah, we've been working on this production, really, trying to fine tune, get his sound, and he's progressing. He's definitely progressing. So
for real, I need some fine tuning too.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I remember when Duka he always been good to me personally. But it's like you can see the growth from when he first started out.
Yeah.
And now. So
yeah.
I was like, oh yay. Goddamn MIDI over here giving me the blues. I'm trying to go through everything. Make sure I set it up right, but I really think it's my computer at this point.
What program are you running with it?
I have Ableton. I have Ableton Live 10 or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure that out. And I have Pro Tools first. And then I have something called VIP and then something else. I think reasons light or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, that's pretty awesome. I mean, you got the
Yeah,
top dog, so you ought to be able to put something together. Is it not recognizing it or what?
it's like it's sometimes it's not recognizing it, and then sometimes the shit just don't pull up at all. And so
Uh,
I'm like, I really think at this point is my damn computer.
Sweet. All right. Well, Josh, got anything else?
No, sir. I'm all good.
Awesome. That completes this workshop. Um,
Hey,
everybody that was here, that's the future starts. I look forward to meeting y'all in May, and looking forward to coming back, man. Getting back in, hopefully,
yeah, I'll be back
doing
in
all
May.
the stuff. Before this semester is over. Maybe we can sneak it in this mug. All
All
right, y'all.
right, y'all just let me know.
For sure. All right, that's it. I'm out the
Y'all
door.
stay safe and corona free, man.
Yeah, y'all continue to practice social distancing. All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace out.
Peace out.